Field in Pittsburgh. This is the National Football League. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on, and how will it handle as things get a little bit slick.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Got some room at the 30. Wide open receiver complete. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time.
Number 89.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. A throw over the middle taken in. Down to the 25. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward. An absolute nightmare to try and
rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
Steelers. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
Quarter with no score.
Now the third-year man from NC State, it's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
30 on the carry.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 6 yards away. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, It was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the scores. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 32. And the Seahawks.
A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And brought down but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
11 more on that one, and another end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The game.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10. At their own 24-yard.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Intended
from the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And oh, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
And now he's going to use his legs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. And this is going to be intercept. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Steelers 7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 21-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
First and 10.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of thing.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
At the 7-yard line.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
And out.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
7-yard pickup brings up second
and 3. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
That's good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's a nice...
And I think the ball's out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
The pass. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by Seattle.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second and a yard.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
The pass.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
To the running back.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Point conversion.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Successful.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, he bowls over him.
Today's final score.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about